talk about this, I'm going to excommunicate you. Well, you're not the Pope, bro. I mean, you're not speaking from the throne ex cathedra.
Why'd they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible? Why'd they say that?
Right.
Didn't Pam Bondi say that?
I mean, we're getting flooded with thousands, hundreds of thousands of comments that are very unhappy about this. President Trump was elected primarily to go after the deep state. We want to go after the deep state.
It seems like you think your base is stupid. That's how I feel. I feel like Trump thinks his base is stupid.
Bringing this into the public arena was President Trump. That's a matter of historic record.
Just goes to show this entire thing has been a scam. When we look back on the history of populism in America, we are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history. And the liberals were right. The MAGA supporters were had. They were.
Welcome back, guys. How are you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump right into this because this is getting crazy. The internet is shaking. The news is not stopping. On Epstein files, the MAGAs are furious. The MAGAs are not happy with President Donald Trump, the way he is handling the Epstein file, because he promised them that he will expose the list, he will declassify the list, and the MAGA, they supported President Donald Trump because they want to get to the bottom of the government. They believe the government is hiding something. They believe the government is not being open, and they believe President Donald Trump is not in the government. We all know it. He was a businessman before he got his first job as a president in the government. So they believe he is different. So for the President Donald Trump not to want to fulfill everything that he has said on the campaign, he is making the MAGA so angry. We remember this when J.D. Vance actually said this alongside with President Donald Trump. Remember this episode?
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
To declassify the Epstein files.
Yeah, I would.
All right.
Yes, I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
We can see that during the campaign, President Donald Trump said he was going to declassify Epstein file when he was asked on Fox News. We saw J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance said it is time to let it out, right? And the MAGAs love the idea. They fell in love with that idea because the MAGA believe President Donald Trump is not from the government. He was a businessman, for sure. He will tell us the real deal. Now that's why they are angry that we trusted President Donald Trump and he is not coming through with his promise. We remember when Elon Musk was asked the same question during the campaign, this was how he answered about the Epstein file.
Part of why Kamala's getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates.
Yeah.
Y'all can see why the MAGAs are furious, why they believe that they were scammed, why they believe that they were duped. Because even the richest man in the world, he campaigned about the same Epstein file. He talked about it. Y'all heard what he said? Because they want the Epstein file to come out according to why they were campaigning. Because people on the Epstein file are those that supported VP Kamala Harris. And that's why the Democrats did not release it. Why they were when they had the power. That's why the Democrats did not release it. Because The supporters of VP Kamala Harris were on the foul. Now the table has turned. It is now the Republican in power. The MAGAs are now wondering what is going on. We also remember even President Donald Trump's lawyer, she said this.
In Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to now go through your process. Now, I won't say they're guilty until they go through their time in court. But again, now it's time for accountability. We have seen for so many years, Pierce, in this country, many investigations, subpoenas, testimonies in Congress, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a general frustration with accountability. We take it halfway, we don't take it home. And I really believe that now with Cash and Pam, there will be accountability.
Now you'll see why the MAGAs are furious, because during the campaign, especially towards the election, this Epstein file got President Donald Trump a lot of supporters from the MAGAs. That's why they are not letting it go at all. And they felt, betrayed. They felt duped. Plus what President Donald Trump just said about his supporters got this next clip that I'm going to play to y'all crazy and shows that they are hungry. When I mean they, the MAGA.
He says if you're not on board with the Epstein cover-up, oh, I don't want your support, you're a weakling. Fuck you. Fuck you. You suck. You are fat. You are a joke. You are stupid. You are not funny. You are not as smart as you think you are. You are, and honestly, and if you watch my show, you know I've been very critical. I've never been this far. This just goes to show this entire thing has been a scam. When we look back on the history of populism in America, we are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history. And the liberals were right. The MAGA supporters were had. They were. When we look back in history, we will see Trump as a scam artist who served as a vehicle for this rather than the other way around. We were not the vehicle for Trump. Trump was the vehicle for all of us.
You talk about this, I'm going to excommunicate you. Well, you're not the Pope, bro. I mean, you're not speaking from the throne ex cathedra.
Why'd they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible? Why'd they say that?
Right.
Didn't Pam Bondi say that?
I mean, we're getting flooded with thousands, hundreds of thousands of comments that are very unhappy about this. President Trump was elected primarily to go after the deep state. We want to go after the deep state.
It seems like you think your base is stupid. That's how I feel. I feel like Trump thinks his base is stupid.
We can see that the MAGA are not ready to let this Epstein topic go to sleep. They are waking it up every opportunity they got. We have never seen these supporters of President Donald Trump to speak this way about President Donald Trump. We have never seen such anger amongst his base. Recently, we all remember former Vice President Mike Pence. Even Mike Pence came out and said it is time for this administration to be transparent about the Epstein files. Something is going on. Something is going on. Go down there in the comment section if you can. Do you think President Donald Trump will just let it go, like release it all for him to get back the supporters from the MAGA? Because we can see that the MAGA are angry. They are angry. They are not letting this sleep at all. What do you think? What do you think about this whole thing? It is getting crazy because former Vice President VP Kamala Harris supporters, they are also throwing shades like they do not care. How do you comment down there if you can? How do you feel about this? Do y'all think this topic is gonna go to sleep? Like, how y'all think the White House is gonna handle this? You know what? I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.